actually started learning Welsh as well, but that's on the other side of the border.
Right.
But I didn't get past Hacienda, unfortunately.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
All right, welcome Bez to Digging.
Oh, Digging, is that what the show's called?
Yeah, it's called Digging.
Yeah. Good name for
Thank
a
you.
gardening show, I've got to say.
It's appropriate.
Yeah.
At this point, I usually sort of contextualise the guests, say a bit about them, who they are, what they've done. You are Bez.
I am Bez, yeah.
You are a bit of a giant in British popular culture.
Well, I don't know about a giant, but I am quite well known, I suppose, within the indie scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are the dancer
Of Happy Mondays.
pioneering very important band.
Yeah,
of
well,
the
we're doing
80s.
like crossover indie rock sort of dance sound, what wasn't being done at the time. But Factory Records, who we was signed to, was actually known for their sort of avant-garde sort of dance music, you know, with Joy Division, New Order, like, and all the other bands on the label were sort of dance orientated.
And you're also a gardener.
Well, I'm not really. I do a good job at pretending to be a gardener.
I feel like same. I feel like all gardeners kind of think that.
Yeah.
First off, could we maybe set the scene for the people who are listening?
Go on.
So we're here in your beautiful home.
Yeah, man.
Can you describe what we're looking at for people that are listening?
Well, it's the sort of me yard, this, you know what I mean? It was, when I first came here, like, it hadn't been lived in here for like 23 years, and we had to whack our way into the place. But even funnier that, before that, I actually got lost here and tried doing a U-turn in this garden and actually got stuck here. And little did I know when there was a full moon, and like, honestly, it was so magical, you wouldn't believe how magic it was. And I couldn't believe it, we've ended up living here, you know what I mean?
Wow. And you've been here for about 12 years?
12 years now, yeah.
Right. And what are we going to be
You
planting?
wouldn't know about it. I actually started learning Welsh as well, but that's on the other side of the border.
Right.
But I didn't get past Hacienda, unfortunately.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. No, I don't. It means cheers.
All right, Hacienda. What are we going to do today? We're going to plant out some brassicas.
Brassicas.
Let's get to it.
And you know what, though? The problem with it, I've never yet successfully grown a brassica here.
Not once?
Not once. But
In all your 12 years?
Well, I've grown a few,
Oh.
but they mostly get eaten.
Right.
Because what I do here is I actually grow for the wildlife. It's unbelievable. You won't believe how little food I managed to get for myself, you know what I mean? I've got like raspberries, apples, strawberries. Do I get any? Do I, you know what I mean? And I'm not sure who eats all the brassicas. I think it's the cabbage, what they call them, butterflies, the white
The
one.
white fly,
Yeah,
what are they called?
nightmare.
Cabbage white.
They have them every time. So I've got loads of net this year.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Well, you're the gardening expert. I'll let you
Fucking hell. All right,
lead the way.
All right, let's do. Why don't you
Shall we do a row each?
Yeah, let's do a row each. We'll have to separate them out.
All right. Then.
All of the roots. So maybe let's sit down
Yeah.
and get that done first, then we can plant them in the ground. All right.
Well, I'll dig me hole first.
I'm very interested in like how you got involved with the Happy Mondays and.
Totally by chance, really. That day we just so happened to take a load of, mind-altering drugs.
Right.
And when it was time to come on stage, because the Happy Mondays were supporting New Order at the Hacienda, Sean was like, needed some moral support.
Right.
And obviously he asked me because I looked like an easy target. So I ended up jumping on stage with a pair of maracas, and that was it.
Were you known as a dancer?
No, not really. I'm still not known as one, really. That's what I do for a living. But the funny thing is when you go out and you have to say, when someone asks you what you do for your job,
Yeah.
and you're like that, and you got to look them in the eyes, tell them that you're a dancer, you know what I mean? That gets a bit awkward sometimes for me, because everyone obviously thinks,
You do ballet or something?
Yeah, or some other weird shit.
I feel like for me, growing up, the Hacienda and that kind of scene, it loomed so large, culturally. It was one of those sort of things that you learn about and dream about experiencing. Can you remember the first time you went to the Hacienda?
I can, yeah.
What was it like?
Well, it was an amazing experience because back in the day, all the clubs around Manchester, you know, you had to get dressed up to go out in them.
Right.
So you had to get, you know, your pants, your shoes on, your shirt on and all that carry on. And then when the Hacienda opened up, you know what I mean, you could go in there wearing basically whatever you wanted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was absolutely no dress code whatsoever.
Right.
And not only that, playing music like, wow, you know what I mean? And you could do whatever you wanted in there at the time. It was quite lawless, you know what I mean? It was, for us, the most ideal place. It was like finding a utopia. And yeah, I'll never forget that first night going in there, going through them big butcher's curtains, you know what I mean, into the actual club itself.
Was music a big thing for you growing up? Were you like a musical kid?
Yeah, we used to love music as kids and that, because in the old days, like I said, we're the last of the analogue generation.
Right.
So like in Smoker's Corner and that, we used to have like a plastic record playing, like battery operated, playing 7-inch singles and all that carry on. I think you might have a faster method than me there. Look.
For the listeners, I've been separating out my plants and I've done very well. Yours is a bit slow. But you've already got yours in the ground.
I've got 2 in.
I'm doing mine in a different order.
Right.
I wanted to separate them all and then I'll put them in the ground.
All right then. Well, you're doing a really good job.
Thank you, so are you.
Yeah.
It's 2 different methods that are both working very well.
I'm sure your method is probably the right way.
I feel like there's a message in there somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different ways of doing it, but same outcome. When did you get into kind of permaculture and growing your own stuff and gardening and all these kind of things?
Yeah, well, you know what is, I've got to confess, I love the idea of it.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is I'm far from that point, you know what I mean, in my life, you know what I mean? I just do like a token amount of gardening, you know what I mean? And I do it because, I've got a massive yard and I've got to do it really, because otherwise I'd just be mowing every day.
Right, okay. Because it's a pretty big departure from debauchery and drug-fueled days of the Hacienda. You know what I mean? This kind of slower lifestyle.
Well, kind of.
Did you have someone who kind of like taught you about permaculture and gardening? Did you have a moment where that...
honestly, I'm like, everything I do, I go into it gung-go, you know what I mean? I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm doing. Just getting it like me beat. Everything I started off doing, I just do it. I
mean, it's worked out for you, don't you think?
Well, yeah.
If you had to tell your sort of ultimate Hacienda story, like if your grandchild comes to you one day and says, "Granddad, what was it like in the Hacienda? What's the craziest thing that ever happened?"
Well, you know what? There's a lot of crazy things what went on in that place. And some of them I won't even tell, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, yeah, it's not really suitable for a gardening programme, really.
Okay, what's one that you can tell?
Well, you know what? One of the most important things is some of the bands and music we got to see in there, you know what I mean?
Bez, talk to me about bees.
Yeah, they're buzzing.
Yeah. You're into bees?
Yeah, well, I keep bees. When I first started moving into these permaculture communities, I started living in a community in South Wales. I met these people at Glastonbury, believe it or not.
Right.
And I was round the Strumelville campfire.
Right.
And I got invited to a meeting of the Welsh tribes to talk about the revolution.
Who are the Welsh tribes?
Well, there's all these communities, and at first I went off to this meeting and all that, and I remember not taking it really that seriously. But I kept in touch with all these people, and the time came when I was actually thinking about fighting the revolution myself, and I needed these people to go and live with. So I ended up moving into these communities at the time, because I'd gone off grid, you know what I mean? So that's how I got into it all, really, from that lifestyle. It wasn't one I actually planned upon. I kind of stumbled into it.
I read somewhere that your granddad had some sort of link to bees or honey or
something. No, my granddad was in there. He fought Rommel in the deserts of North Africa and all that. And then he chased the Jerry out of Italy and all that.
Right.
But what he did come home with from the thing, he was used tins of honey.
Right.
And that's what gave me my honey addiction, what I have today, you know what I mean?
Wow, how much honey do you eat every day?
I do about a gallon a bucket a month or something
Fucking,
like
that's
that.
a lot of honey. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what my wife keeps telling me.
How do you eat it? Like
But
on toast?
I'm sure that it kind of keeps me, healthy.
Yeah, it probably does. I mean, we were talking
Yeah.
about this earlier before we started recording. You look great.
Yeah, but I put like ridiculous amounts of honey in everything because I can, you know what I mean?
Do you put it in like tea and everything,
Tea,
like whatever?
coffee, porridge.
Wow,
like,
okay.
Almost anything. But on bread.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, on just about anything really.
And
my favourite, like, because I've given up sweets as well recently and all that shit because I've been trying to give up the sugar and all that crap. But my favourite, like, sweet treat, what I love, get a freshly juicy orange, preferably organic so there's no pesticide shit in it, and get the biggest spoon of oil, just pour it all over your top of your orange, what you're cutting like segments so there's no white bits on it.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, my God.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly sometimes think I've dropped an acid after I've ate it, you know what I mean? It's like going like, wow, like you're thinking, God, that is some shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I recommend it to anyone.
Well, maybe this isn't true either, but I also read somewhere that when you saw the bees dancing, you thought that they kind of like danced a bit like you.
Oh, no, that's sometimes I use that, because we've got
Is that
a lot
bullshit?
because we've got a lot in common.
Right.
Like, my name's Bez and they Buzz, Bez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so we've got that in common.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I don't actually, you know what? I'm glad I ain't the geezer in the hive, you know what I mean? You're just living to have one go at the queen, when she likes, and if you get that, the glory goal, you die for it, you know what I mean? She actually kills you at the end of it.
And you've got to think it's probably not worth it, is it?
Well, you don't know that though, do you?
Do you reckon that's what might have happened with Julia Roberts? I heard that you had an almost encounter with her.
I did once, yeah, which is kind of funny.
But what's the story? How did you almost get off with Julia Roberts?
I don't know. I thought it's because I just look like cool as fuck, but when I look at myself in the mirror, I think, fucking hell, you knob, you know what I mean? She just came up to me and started chatting me up.
Where?
In this club. I think she'd been seeing the gig as well, I'm not sure.
Right. So Happy Mondays had been playing a gig.
And then I've been just watching Pretty Woman on the plane on the way over here.
Yeah.
And she's giving it all that, and Julia, and she's getting a bit worried because I wasn't recognising her at first, you know what I mean? And she's flicking her hair about, and she wanted to take me off to a limo to get her ID. She showed me her ID and that, so I believe that she was Julia Roberts, you know what I mean? Anyway, I ended up getting on pretty well with a bodyguard who was called Evil.
Yeah.
But you know what is, for me, what saved me, me missus at the time was on the way out to fit, and she was pregnant with our first.
Right.
So imagine it getting out there, whereas Bess always got off down the road with Julia Roberts, you know what I mean? Wouldn't have gone down too well.
Bez, have you given up on your plant?
No, I've nearly done it. I've got a few left. I'm just waiting for you to catch up.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, fair enough.
You're busy chatting away, not doing any plotting.
Bez, you've done a lot of telly. You were on Celebrity Big Brother, which you won. You were on Dancing on Ice, and you've done loads of telly appearances. But my personal favourite is Happy Mondays Go Ghost Hunting. Do you remember filming that?
Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah, and that was a really good, fun show to do.
Oh, it was so good.
But you know what? I don't believe in ghosts.
That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to say, did you believe in it?
But honestly, right, I don't believe it and all that, no thingy, hocus pocus and all that crap.
Right.
Honestly, you got to be more scared of the living than the dead, you know what I mean? You never hear of someone dead doing you in, do you know what I mean? But anyway, we got through down this tower, like 12th century tower, where people used to get thrown down and hang. And they had all these things, like metal hoop things, like into the wall. And I got down there, I was filming, and one of them was spinning like that, and I thought, and I took no notice of it. I thought it was blowing in the wind, and went round and filmed all the others, and went back to the one what was, and it stopped. And all of a sudden, my hair stood up on my neck and all that, and I got out of there fast.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So that experience kind of made you think maybe ghosts might be real?
Well, I don't know, but I do know, unless they somehow rigged it.
They might have, it's telling,
Yeah, I
isn't it?
think they could have rigged it, you know what I mean? It's still in my mind, that's what I'm thinking.
Are you a spiritual person at all? Like, do you believe in any of the sort of...
Well, no, I believe in it because, like the crystal thing, when I was in the coma in the hospital and I had a 4-to-1 chance to make it through, and they're like, like me mum and me bird at the time was like in a panic.
Yeah.
And they got this bird, sorry bird, I shouldn't call birds bird, but I know it's politically incorrect of me.
A woman?
Yeah, a woman, nurse as well, who was amazing,
exactly.
Came in and she put all these fucking crystals all over me, and she's giving me all that ooh, like ooh, and then all that shit, and the thing he was to my dad, like, this woman's fucking mad, you know what she's doing, ooh, and next minute I'm sat bolt upright out this coma, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, the wee woman got me back, you know. Yeah, so I believe in all that shit, you know, the power of crystals, you can't deny the power of crystals and lasers and all that, and no, it's part of like the future of technology, you know what I mean, lasers and all that.
Lasers,
yeah,
for
and
sure.
frequencies and all, you know, that is where the future lies.
You've had a near-death experience, you know, being in a coma with 4-to-1 chance to live.
Yeah,
That's
can I tell you another funny story?
Yeah, please.
Oh, no, well, I won't do that.
No, please, I would love to.
No, but Cliff Richard actually saved my life as well.
Why?
Because I couldn't remember me fucking Lord's Prayer. You know, when you're dying, all you want to do is say your Lord's Prayer and that.
Right.
And this pescatarian nun thing brought me Cliff Richard, our father, to Old Lang Syne. I remembered my Lord's Prayer again, didn't I?
Is that the same?
So, yeah, so Cliff Richard. And I've still got the tape at home.
Is that the same near-death experience as the coma, or a different one?
Yeah, no, that's the same one, yeah.
Is that the closest you've ever been to death?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one.
What else do you reckon it
Well,
could
I
be?
don't know, but...
Yeah, I guess you don't. Yeah, I guess if you're close to death, you don't know, because it doesn't happen, does it?
But anyway, I've had a few dodgy moments. I try and avoid them these days.
You were telling me about your gardening injury before.
Yeah, well, gardening injuries. Well, I nearly died here.
What happened?
So when I first moved here, it's like November.
Yeah.
I'm out here because I had, like, at one time I had pure beds down here, you know what I mean? They've all grown over again. I'm digging away. It's November, it's freezing, horrible, like, and I've ripped my shirt off, you know what I mean, to dig because I'm that hot. And I've got, something on my chest, some coal on my chest, you know what I mean?
Right.
Ended up in the Aussie, nearly dying. So, like, gardening comes, you know, with its own perils.
It's true. It's really true.
You just never know where, you know, one thing you think you're doing something like, you know, pretty, like, healthy and normal. And next minute you're in the Aussie, nearly dead, you know what I mean? May as well have the drug overdose. I thinking, what a way to go, gardening. And oh yeah, another one I had, I just remember, was a bicarbonate overdose, soda overdose.
Bicarbonate of soda?
Yeah, it was the weirdest near-death experience I've ever had in my life.
Why did you ingest so much bicarbonate of soda?
Because I ate some like fish, and you know, sometimes you're supposed to, you can have a bit of bicarbs to like do your indigestion and all that.
Oh right, no.
So,
okay.
but anyway, I found out you're only supposed to have a quarter teaspoon. So I started off with like one big heap teaspoon, but straight away flushed me out, shitting and spewing. Like, oh, I feel better now. But then fucking had another one, didn't I? And I'd see more. And oh my God, I've never fucking had anything like it in my life. Like for 24 hours, I thought that was it.
From bicarbonate of soda?
Yeah. I was imagining the headlines, Bez Happy Mondays, you know, diver bicarbonate overdose, you know what I mean? It would have been the weirdest rock and roll death ever.
I think gardening would be weirder, but both are crazy. Another thing I read, although I'm losing confidence in the things that I've read about you online.
Don't lose confidence.
But something else I read is that you were talking once in an interview about kind of the meaning of life, and you were pontificating about it, and you said...
I like that word.
Yeah, you were pontificating.
Yeah. I like pontificating.
I think you seem like you pontificate a lot.
Do I?
Yeah.
No, I'll try not to.
No, it's a good thing.
No, it's not, because...
You need more pontificators.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Well, it all depends if you're pontificating and you're listening, or you're just like one way, like pontificating. It's all about what you're
yeah.
saying and fuck everyone else.
Well, okay, this is what you were pontificating about. You were
No, go on.
pontificating about the meaning of life.
Go on.
And you were saying that you think the meaning of life is gaining awareness through experience.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about.
I think that's a very beautiful way of looking at life.
Yeah.
Any mantras that you live by?
That I always like think that round the next corner there's something, you know, pretty good going down, you know what I mean? And so I've always lived like that, you know what I mean? I always believe something's like just around this next corner there, both we're going to be having it.
Good mantra.
That's how I go through my life, thinking that any moment, you know, the next thing's going to happen.
I wonder what the next thing is going to be for you,
know.
fucking hell. Let's get this last plant in the ground.
Oh, you beat me. I haven't seen too much talking, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Also, I think you
not
were
distracted.
You, I think, were paying a bit more attention in some ways. Like mine are a bit far apart and then close together and then far apart. Yours are much more
uniform.
neat. Bez, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Great, well, thank you.
If your horticultural ambitions have been frustrated by cheap and ineffective tools, it's time to take a look at Nowaki's range of simple and durable Japanese garden gear. Buying things that will last is more important to me than ever, which is why Nowaki is always my go-to choice for gardening gear. Whether they're tools bashed into shape by blacksmiths in Sanjo or forged by the finest bladesmiths in Yamakawa, Nowaki's garden tools, chef's knives, workwear and more makes high-quality Japanese craftsmanship available to everyone. Head to nowaki.com and enjoy 10% off the full Nowaki range by using the code DIGGINGWITHFLO at the checkout. That's DIGGINGWITHFLO, all one word.